What is going on, everybody? Somebody's driving. 3 seconds. Fading. Shooting. We need Philly United in the chat. Let's go, Cavaliers!
Some of the fans sensing a possible career high. Hits for three.
Yes, sir. Iowa or B.
Philadelphia Eagles once again. Of course. Turn that off. Let's try this again. The Philadelphia Eagles once again get absolutely blown out of the water. That is right. The Eagles drop their third straight game. This one by a final score of 42-30 to the Kansas City Chiefs. Back-to-back weeks of letting up 40 points. And just another one, just another performance of just pure, just embarrassment and just misery on the defensive side of the football. It's crazy to say, but I honestly feel again that there were so many opportunities for the Eagles to capitalize. And I know you can usually say that about a lot of different teams and a lot of different games, but you know what? I'm tired of losing games like this. You know what I mean? Like we come out and we're engaged, we're in the game, we're going toe to toe. We have chance after chance after chance, missed opportunity, penalty, stupid decision. Like it doesn't. Why can't we just lose a game regular? You know what I mean? I didn't even do a preview this week because I expected to lose this game. Now we did come out and we showed some positive things on the offensive side of the football, and we'll talk about those. But why do we have to go in a game and commit penalties on 3 scoring plays? Like, why do we have to do that? How undisciplined does your team have to be to make the same mistake over and over and over again? I mean, it's frustrating at this point. The Eagles dropped a 1-3 on the season, and then we head to Carolina next, or no, we play Carolina at home, I believe. Then we got the Bucks coming up, and then we got the Raiders and the Broncos. Like it's going to get tougher and tougher, and I don't know. It's very just like it's disheartening. It's disheartening. Can't even capitalize in the red zone. Can't capitalize on the big plays. I'm tired, man. I'm tired. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Drop a like, subscribe if you're new, hit the notification bell, and consider becoming a channel member. Check out the merch store. This one is presented by BetQL, your best app to beat your sports book today. Give me some thoughts, man. Give me some feedback here. I mean, we look at this game. The Eagles came out. The offense was flowing. We got down the field a couple times. In my opinion, Jalen Hurts, he did okay in this one. Like I wasn't too mad when it comes to Jalen Hurts. Now let's be honest. Is Jalen Hurts looking like the man of the future? I can't really say that because this guy will have an amazing drive. He will have a top-notch throw, and then it's just too inconsistent. It's just way too inconsistent. He'll miss a guy wide open. He'll miss Greg Ward on an out route. He'll miss Zach Ertz wide open, way over his head for 10 yards. Then he'll make a beautiful touch pass. So he'll make a beautiful throw. I thought Jalen Hurts did okay today. There were some things I really, really liked. But then again, I also did not like some things as well. Now, I will say, and when it comes to me, the main thing I'm looking at in this game is Nick Sirianni again and Jonathan Gannon. I honestly think when you have a young quarterback like Jalen Hurts, you have to get him in position to win this game. And The coaching staff, once again, does not do that. Okay. Well, I mean, once again, the Eagles significantly throw the ball more than they run it. Okay. We actually came out and we established the run early. Now, I know Miles Sanders didn't have a great game. At the same time, he really didn't get a chance to get in his rhythm. But Kenny Gainwell was running the ball well. Jalen Hurts was actually moving the ball a little bit on the ground. And then what do? We just get away from it. We do that every game. And I just feel like every single time I watch the same thing over and over again. Jalen Hurts played. I mean, he had a pretty decent game today. Because again, the coach got him in a better position early on. He got him in a rhythm, right? Couple screen plays, couple, play action, just deceiving the defense. You know what I mean? There was some motion early on, and then we just got away from it all, and it was just pass, 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 pass. I'm worried about Nick Sirianni calling plays long term for this team. I'm not seeing it for an entire sample size when it comes to a whole game. Aaron, shout out to you, man. Thank you for the $5 super chat, bro. When 28 got double moved by Tyreek, so bad he saw God, I literally laughed out loud. I got secondhand embarrassment. I mean, I touched on Jalen Hurts first because we're about to rip into this defense in a second. I just want to get the offense out of the way, but I completely agree with you, Aaron. Shout out to all the channel members as well. This defense was so pathetic. I mean, it makes me sick to my stomach. This whole, we'll talk about the defense more in 1 second because I have a lot of things to say about the defense. But you're right, Aaron. That was the nail in the coffin. It was embarrassing, man. It was embarrassing, but Jalen Hurts threw for 387 yards, 32 for 48, 2 touchdowns. Took a couple sacks. There were a couple things where, he threw the ball away. I thought he ran out of the pocket a couple times early on, but overall, like the offense did their job to win this game. It was the defense once again that failed. Second week in a row, giving up 40 plus points. It's embarrassing, man. And before we touch on the defense, I got to talk about the penalties because we have to be the most undisciplined team in the NFL. I've never seen, we average 11 penalties a game. We had like 9 or 10 today. And it just doesn't stop. And we get 3 penalties on scoring plays. And we had about 4 or 5 penalties that took away scoring drives. I mean, you got first off, we come into this game with only one offensive lineman that is a starter playing. This is week 4. This injury bug, and then you got Lane Johnson sitting for personal reasons. It's just, I mean, come on, man. We got Andre Dillard in here who can't do anything. All these former first-round picks, second-round picks. I mean, come on, man. Andre Dillard twice or 3 times in this game illegally down the field. Are you kidding me, Dillard? Are you kidding me? I gotta pull something up because we're gonna look at each of the scoring plays that were negated. I can think of the Andre Dillard one where he was illegally downfield. You had the Zach Ertz miss. You had Devontae Smith going out of bounds. Even though I didn't agree with that call, it's just like those kinds of things just absolutely just derail us, man. And honestly, in my opinion, the rest were pretty bad in this game. Is that the reason we lost this game? I can't say that. I think it was us making the bad decisions. But it's just it's disgusting sometimes. You got the Dillard penalty, the one where he was illegally downfield. You have JJ. That was another one. JJ Arcega-Whiteside. Okay. This guy had a couple nice blocks early on. What does he do for this team? Please let me know. JJ Arcega-Whiteside is the most frustrating player. Think about this. You have a former second-round pick who's supposed to be a power wide, like he's supposed to be one of your wide receivers, never pans out. You keep him on the roster for special teams, and he's out here on a touchdown, all right? First off, the refs didn't know what they were talking about on the play. They're calling, what did they say, a pick play? Then they're calling offensive interference, even though the ball's not going to him. Like, I was so confused. But then they showed a replay, and on these penalties, they're not even doing things that help score the touchdown. They're just side things on the play. And JJ shoving his elbow into a guy's neck. Like, what are you doing, bro? Or Andre Dillard again, downfield 3 times. Come on, man, wake up. You had Landon Dickerson in here playing with an injured hip. You had Nate Herbig in here. They couldn't really create anything on the ground. And then we're just getting stupid penalty. You have Devontae Smith, who I thought he kind of got pushed out of bounds, but still he goes out of bounds. It was a beautiful throw from Jalen Hurts. It was a dime. Jalen Hurts has those throws where he just hits them right on the nail. Then he's a little bit inconsistent, but overall, you can't be mad about Jalen Hurts today. He did his job to win the game. There's still some things I'm worried about, but that's pretty much what I got on the offense. I mean, Devontae Smith, first rookie with a 100-yard game for the Eagles in terms of receivers since Jordan Matthews in 2014. Jalen Hurts targeted him when he needed to. I thought a couple times he kind of went to him a little bit, or he was looking for him a lot. But, I mean, they were connecting. You have Zach Ertz with 6 catches. You have Kenneth Gainwell out of the backfield with 6 catches. This game reminded me so much of the 49ers game because it was opportunity after opportunity after opportunity, and we just didn't convert it a lot of times. And you know what's really crazy? Like Nick Sirianni, he gets away. He comes out, like I said, establishing the run. He gets away from it. We end up throwing the ball, 48 times, and we run the ball 19 times, pretty much like 15 or 16 when it mattered. We get absolutely just away from it, and it's like he came out and he ran the ball early on to shush the naysayers, to shush the crowd, and then he just got back to what he's doing. And that play, as I'm thinking about it now, before halftime, that was a joke. First off, Nick Sirianni wasted a timeout in the first quarter because he tried to bring the offense out. And then, he ended up kicking the field goal. And it's like you just wasted a timeout. And then in the second quarter, before halftime, there's 15 seconds to go. You have to call that timeout. No, he lets it run. They try to rush something, and Jalen Hurts gets strip sacked. Wasted opportunity, wasted points. There's so many wasted opportunities when it comes to this team, and they're just so undisciplined, man. 9 penalties for 49 yards in this game. And you know what's crazy? When it comes to Kansas City, I knew they were going to win this game because they were 1-2, and they were not going to lose again. But like, you see how just calm they looked. They didn't look terrified at any point in this game. In fact, Andy Reid actually learned his lesson from years ago, and you could see it. He's got Patrick Mahomes. He's got Tyreek Hill, who had 3 touchdowns. I promise, guys, the defense was the reason we lost this game. I just wanted to get the offense out of the way. We're about to shred this defense. But Andy Reid, you see what he does? He runs the ball. You see what happens when you run the ball? Good things happen. The Philadelphia Eagles put a formation with 2 receivers on each side, and it looks like we're going to throw maybe like a bubble screen or something of that nature, and we run it up the middle with Gainwell on a 3rd down, and we get a touchdown. When you run the ball, good things happen. And we go away from it. Let me say this before we talk about this defense. In my personal opinion, this is not a moral victory, okay? Because I feel like every game this year, with the exception of maybe last week, we should have won. We could have won this game today. There were a lot of missed opportunities, man. But Aaron with the $5 super chat. Thank you, my man. Says, look, I would give Hurts some time. This was like 7th or 8th star. He's a glorified rookie. I think people forget that. Jalen Hurts did his job today. You got to be impressed with some of the things you saw. There's still some things he has to definitely work on. There's still questions about, maybe his mechanics, his decision-making sometimes. This was a step in the right direction, for sure, from the last couple games. But, it's like with this team, it's so inconsistent. One week the offense shows up, one week the defense shows up, and it's just too inconsistent. Now let's talk about the defense, okay? Because I got the offense out of the way. That way we don't have to touch on them anymore. Actually, the last thing I'll say about the offense is that Nick Sirianni, sometimes you got to take the points, bro. You keep going. You just keep trying to be too aggressive. Take the points, especially against a team like this. I didn't agree with some of the decisions. Let's get this guy out of here. Aaron, again, thank you for that, my man. All right, so let's talk about this defense. Actually, first and foremost, you guys let me know what you think of the defense. Give me your thoughts in the chat. We'll be reading out some of the comments. Let's hear a quick word from our sponsor here today, BetQL, while we do that. Give me your thoughts in the chat. Shout out to BetQL, guys. If you want to get an advantage over your sports book, BetQL is the perfect app for you. Their best bet model scans over 350,000 unique bets per year to give you a best bet recommendation across all major sports for every single game. They cover spreads, over, unders, player props. They even give you the news, injury updates, and all other information you need to succeed on your bets in real time. They have some of the sharpest analytics, and they really go into detail. And I've been using BetQL, and I'm highly impressed. So if you want to experiment with some similar success when it comes to sports betting, go download BetQL right now from the App Store or Google Play Store, or just click the link down in the description. Use promo code RB, 25% off of any subscription offering. Again, promo code RB, 25% off. And check out the special Bet MGM offer if you're in an eligible state to claim $200 in free bets, no matter whether your wager wins or not. All this information down below in the description. And shout out to them for sponsoring this content. All right, time to shred the defense. This is what you've all been waiting for. This defense, okay, is a pathetic joke. They are a joke. That is for the defense, because this defense comes out the first couple weeks, and Jonathan Gannon's philosophy, okay, bend, don't break. We don't allow plays above 20 yards. Well, that got blown out of the water today, by the way, because the Chiefs are too good. But what is going on? I am so sick and tired with some of the personnel we have. It's just constant soft coverage, staying back, letting this team eat you up all the way. And that wasn't even the worst part of the game. It was the run defense. What happened to the pride of the guys up front? What happened to this stellar rushing defense we've seen in the last couple of years? I know Brandon Graham went down, but come on, man. Javon Hargrave and Josh Sweat once in a while are the only guys that make an impact on the defensive line. Derek Barnett is a waste, okay? This guy literally should have had 2 back-to-back roughing the passer penalties. The first one they let go, the boneheaded, well, I can't even say, this guy comes back and does it again. What does he do for you? Ryan Kerrigan, we signed him to be a stout piece on the second unit. Where is he at? He has no statistical plays this entire year. He doesn't even have a tackle. Where's Ryan Kerrigan at? Where's Derek Barnett at? I mean, Derek Barnett's rushing the quarterback. He has a free blitz, essentially, and Mahomes just sidesteps him. This dude's like doing the hokey pokey. It's ridiculous, man. Javon Hargrave. And honestly, I'm going to start calling out Fletch as well. Where are you, Fletch? You got Hargrave out here eating, man. He's going right at these quarterbacks, and I haven't heard Fletch's name in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. The defense was so pitiful today. Steven Nelson had a really bad day. And don't even get me started with the linebackers. We'll get to them in a second. But, you know, Steven Nelson had a bad day. But when it comes to Jonathan Gannon, like, your bend, don't break philosophy, that doesn't work. You got to put pressure. And I don't even know, do we blitz at all? I don't think we blitz. I do not think we blitz at all. Now, I understand Kansas City has some lethal weapons, right? And if you send the house, you got to be scared of a guy like Tyreek Hill. I get it. But really, Actually, I think the one time we did blitz, we sacked Mahomes. We sacked him a couple times. You can't let that guy sit in the backfield just all day to throw. He's too good. He's too good, man. Shovel pass. I mean, they shoveled twice for touchdowns, and the rushing defense set it all up. Clyde Edwards-Helaire had over 100 yards. I don't think we stopped one run play today. Just absolutely down our throat, just absolutely attacking us. The same kind of scheme. Nothing to show for it. Jonathan Gannon he's worrisome, okay? And I just don't see I just don't see it with Jonathan Gannon. In terms of the linebackers, and someone says Fletch is eating double teams. Well, it's time to stop using that excuse. You know what I mean? It's time to stop using that because I've used that before as well. At the end of the day, Aaron Donald doesn't go 3 weeks without a sack. You know what I mean? You got to step up. We have other talent on the line. Javon Hargrave doesn't seem to be phased. Come on, man. Fletch has to make something happen. How about in the run defense? Where was he? He's supposed to be some big tank, right? Our run defense is supposed to be stellar. It can't stop a lick. And our linebackers, I mean, yo, this is what Howie Roseman gets for his lack and just his what is the right word? Just his unacknowledgement and just honestly, just like I don't even know how to put it. Like this guy does not give a crap about the linebacker position. Just his, I mean, it's ridiculous at this point. Look at who we have out there at linebacker. Alex Singleton is terrible. Eric Wilson is terrible. Whoever else, Jannard Avery, TJ Edwards. All right, these guys stink. We've been calling for years to go and get a playmaker that can maneuver around the entire field, that can help set the tone on the defense. These guys stink. I've never seen it. They can't cover tight ends. They can't help stop the run. They can't do anything. They can't get to the quarter. Nothing. What do they do? It's just pitiful. They don't even know how to tackle the right way. They're grabbing guys up here at the shoulders. Like, come on, man. It's just pathetic. It's just pathetic. Like, we need a tone setter on defense. That's why BG is missed so much. And, another thing is third downs, right? Like, let me check the stats here and see what the Chiefs went. I mean, they were just 9 for 10. 9 for 10 on third down. I mean, why? Because the Eagles play 8 yards off their men on a 3rd and 2. It's ridiculous. I'm just so I really thought with a new regime, I thought we were going to see different things tried. But no. We do literally the same. Like the Kansas City Chiefs didn't even think twice on offense today. They didn't have any bumps in the road or anything. No matter whether they were up, down, early in the game, late in the game, they did the same thing all game. They just kept running it. We couldn't stop it. And then they either hit a big play or they worked it down a couple yards at a time. They had first off, the Chiefs didn't even punt today, by the way. They didn't even punt the ball once. And they capitalized on every red zone drive. Tyreek Hill had 3 touchdowns, and he's a hard guy to stop. I get that. But you're telling me there's no adjustments at all. We don't do anything to put pressure on a great offense. Yeah, exactly, Matt. Every running back picks up 8 yards on first down. Like, this is not a moral victory in my eyes. This is not a moral victory in my eyes. Nobody punted yet. This was like the fourth game all time they said that nobody punted the ball. It's crazy, man. We lost 2 touchdowns because of flags. Exactly. My biggest takeaways are how bad this defense is and the scheme doesn't align with the talent. And then in addition to that, we keep shooting ourselves in the foot. I'm just so tired of it, man. Like I said, the penalties didn't even translate to helping the plays. Dillard down the field illegally. J-Jaw shoving his elbow in a guy's neck. Terrible. Terrible. I don't know, man. What else did I want to say about this game? I'm just disappointed, man. Like, I knew we weren't going to win this game, and I'm happy with the offensive effort. But like, this was like there were opportunities in this game. Like, we could have scored 40 points. I really thought Gannon was going to come in here and set a different type of tone. I thought we were going to see pressure, and yet we see less of it. We don't play with grit on, like, we need to hire a coordinator, maybe some like really experienced guy who's been around a bunch of different clubs and who's going to come in and set a tone. Like, I'm tired of watching every drive down the field and we're just letting it up. We don't stop anything. We're like a pipe that busts. It's just that the water keeps coming out. It's like we don't stop. When are we going to punch somebody in the mouth? Oh my gosh. I mean, we play sticks defense under Jim Schwartz and we play 50 yards off our men on third down. Like, why? It doesn't make sense. There was literally a play, and I was watching the game. I think it was in the third or fourth quarter. I knew where Mahomes was going with the ball. He was going to Travis Kelce right over the middle of the field. And you got, who was it? Maddox or Singleton, somebody. They're playing 12 yards off, and then they come up and tackle him after he gains 5 for a first. Like, here's my thing. The Eagles used to always get beat deep when we didn't have as much talent on the outside. Now we have guys we're supposed to believe in, right? So why not try it? If it doesn't work, if we get burnt deep, okay, fine. Take your foot off a little bit. We don't try that. They said during the game, the Eagles play zone 83% of the time, the most in the NFL. You want to play zone defense so much, and we have nobody in the middle of the field. Anthony Harris played bad again. And that last touchdown, Aaron, shout out to Aaron, was talking about it earlier. I mean, what was that? He gets crossed up like into oblivion, man. Unbelievable. I don't understand. Like, when we go out and get Darius Slay, I thought we were supposed to be a team that we were going to press up, on the edges and the corners and the receivers. Like, I thought we were really going to try to set a different tone on this team, and we don't. Dallas won, did they? And the Giants won too? This is bad, guys. This is bad. Miles Sanders today, guys, didn't play well. Now, everybody, is going to now talk bad about Sanders. I know it's coming. I'm a guy that likes to support Sanders. I can admit he didn't play well on the ground. Here's what I also will say, though. He doesn't get in a rhythm, ever. He never gets in a rhythm. Washington won too? Of course they did. Seth, what's going on, man? What do you guys think about Jalen Hurts? Drop some thoughts in the chat about Jalen Hurts. In my opinion, Jalen Hurts is like, he's going to have really good games and then he's going to have really bad ones. That's what I'm seeing from Jalen Hurts so far. You got to give him more of a sample size. You have to let the season play out. But you know what? Again, What was the incremental change this week? It was the play design. Like early on, there were a lot of creativity. There was a lot of creativity within the plays, right? That end around, I think it was the Jalen Rager. You had the play action end around. I mean, you were getting the ball to Devontae Quick, Quez Watkins. I don't know, man. Like I can't be mad at this because I knew we weren't going to win this game, but I'm tired of wasting opportunities. And let me know what you guys think about Nick Sirianni as well. Like, does this guy is he too aggressive? Because at points I really feel like I'm watching Doug and Jim again. Doug Peterson and Jim Schwartz. I really do. Why do we always have to lose games like this? Why can't we just be play good and not be the better team? No, we got to step out of bounds on a touchdown. We got to go downfield illegally with a left tackle that has no business in the play. Why? Philly Shats is still young, but definitely progress. Penalties killed his day, honestly. Yeah, and also a bad offensive line, and also getting away from a balanced game plan, even though he did still play well through it. Hurts is going to be good in the future. He needs some time, and if by that time our team is good and he's the issue, then we get rid of him. Thing is, we have 3 first round picks. It's like, are we going to gamble now? I know the Colts were playing the Miami Dolphins today. We need both of them to end up losing, but Colts won, so Jalen looks good today. Eagles will have 2 high draft picks. That's the thing, though. You say we have a new GM. I saw Jeffrey Lurie out there before the game patting Howie on the shoulder. Like, we just need playmakers, man. Somebody brought up an interesting point. I would love to get some takes on this. Do you guys think Nick Sirianni trusts Kenneth Gainwell more than Miles Sanders? Because he went to him what? He had 6 catches. I think he had like 3 carries on the ground, touchdown. Maybe he trusts Gainwell more. Crazy, man. Seth with the $5 super chat. Thank you, my man. Much appreciated. With Hurts, I think we've seen the floor and the ceiling this year. Think he has plenty of room to grow, though. JG and Siri have been bad. RB. Yeah, absolutely, Seth. I agree with you. I think Jalen Hurts, it's going to be one game. He plays like he did today, 380 yards. And then I think another game is going to be like what we saw last week. And we need a consistent game plan. Like, I don't care what anybody says. You could be the greatest quarterback. You can't have a coach that doesn't know what he's doing. And I'm really worried about Sirianni's consistency in calling a full game plan. I really do. I'm really worried. But you know what? The main thing is that Sirianni has to get a grasp of this locker room. There is no discipline, man. No discipline at all. Seth, shout out to you. And yeah, it's your boy. Yeah, I saw someone come in here with a comment saying that, oh, absolutely destroyed at a 12-point game. Don't get see, this is what people I'm telling you guys, this is what people on the national stage are going to do. Oh, the Eagles only lost by 12 points. Oh, the Eagles played a good fight. This is a morale victory. No, it's not. No, we keep seeing the same mistakes. If we would have played a clean game and we just got blown out by 20 points, I wouldn't be mad. I don't know how many runs versus passes we had in the first quarter, but I know it was very close, or at least the first couple drives. And then we just get away from it. And meanwhile, Kansas City, they run the ball 32 times. Dallas ran the ball 41 times against us, and it just doesn't stop, man. Abe, thank you. Abe, sorry. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name, but just let me know. I'm going to say Abe. Thank you for the dollar super chat, man. Appreciate it. There was something else I wanted to talk about too. Um, yeah, Eagles, 158 yards of offense in the first quarter, running the ball, doing our thing. By the way, Shady McCoy retires today as an Eagle. Um, Shout out to him. And shout out to Andy Reid, who, by the way, became the first coach today to win 100 games with two different teams. It's crazy. All Andy has done since he left here has grown up, become a Super Bowl coach, and they give him weapons, and he makes the most out of it. 3 for 6 in the red zone for the Eagles. That can't keep happening. That's so bad. And I know people won't agree with me on this, but I think we were on the 7-yard line and we lined up for a field goal, and it was an offsides on Kansas City. Then Nick brought the offense out. That's when we got a touchdown and it didn't count because of the J-Jaw penalty. We just got to take the points sometimes, man. That's my opinion. I've had enough. We don't run a blitz. No, we don't. We don't run any blitz. We don't bring any pressure. I'm so sick of it. I hate playing defense like that. Eagles coming into this game 7th in yards per game allowed, and we just get absolutely just ran all over again. I think Kansas City had almost 500 yards of offense. Like, you got to make progress. You know what I mean? Jalen made progress today. Rest of the team, nope. Same penalty, same thing. Same thing. Ridiculous. Abe, thank you for another super chat, my man. Very much appreciated. Thank you to everybody in the chat. We got 100 in here, guys. Drop a like, subscribe, hit the bell, man. We'll be covering the Eagles and Sixers as well. Give me some thoughts, man. I might even open up the phone lines for a couple calls. Because am I going crazy here, or are we just seeing no progress on the defensive side of the ball? Sean, it's a good point. Doesn't matter what defense you run if you don't have the on-field talent. Well, I would agree and also disagree with you. Do you guys think it's more of a talent issue on defense or a scheme issue? I'm leaning towards the scheme. All these guys that we praised on the defensive line, right? Oh, we finally have 2 solid corners in Slay and Nelson. We have Avante in the slot. We got Anthony Harris, who was a Pro Bowler. Like, where is it? It gets masked by the scheme. It gets masked by the scheme. Giants fans are going crazy. They beat the Saints. I saw them down with like 30 seconds. Back-to-back 40-plus points. Yeah. I think it's a scheme issue, man, but that's just my thoughts. But you know what? We're going to open up the phone lines. Before we do that, drop some thoughts in the chat. Let me put the number up here and everything. We got to take a couple calls because I can't keep ranting about this, and I just don't know what else to say. I mean, it hurts, man. No pun intended. It hurts. All right. The phone number, by the way, guys, start calling in 215-798-7638. I want to hear all your thoughts. We will put it up on the screen and everything. Before we do that, let's hear a quick word from the sponsor, BetQL. Do you want to get an advantage over your sportsbook, guys? If so, BetQL is the perfect app for you. Their best bet model scans over 350,000 unique bets per year to give you a best bet recommendation across all major sports for every single game. They cover spreads, over-unders, player props. You even get news, injury updates, all other info you need to succeed on your bets in real time. They even give you some of the sharpest analytics. They go into detail. And honestly, they just help you win your bets. It's information. Why not take it and utilize it? That's what I've been doing the last couple of weeks, and I've been cashing in with BetQL, even on some parlays, man, due to their sufficient information. So if you want to take your sports betting to another level, go right now to the App Store or Google Play Store, or just click the link. So simple, down in the description. Use promo code RB, 25% off of any subscription offering. Promo code RB, 25% off. And check out the special BetMGM offer in the description to claim $200 in free bets as long as you're in an eligible state, no matter whether your wager wins or not. All this information down below in the description. Shout out to them for sponsoring this content. Call into the show, guys. Call into the show. 215-798-7638. We need some callers, man. We need some thoughts. Man. We'll take a couple calls. It's frustrating. It really is. 215-798-7638. And also keep dropping them thoughts in the chat, man. I want some thoughts in the chat. Andy Reid's such a good coach, and the fact that he just beats us every time we come in here is just it's very disappointing. It's very disappointing. Sorry, guys, I can only answer one call at a time. Let's see who we got on the line. Yo, what's going on? You're on the show.
Hey, happy to support you, Cowboys fan, but loving supporting Eagles streamers whenever they're up and doing their thing.
What's up, bro?
I gotta ask, tough loss. What the hell is going on with Miles Sanders? 6 carries out the whole game?
Yep. But people are going to look at this game and they're going to say, oh, well, he didn't play well. No, we just don't. We never get him in a rhythm. He's so underutilized. And I try to, I didn't even talk about that. I'm just tired of preaching about it. It's every single week. We just don't use him. We just don't. And I have a theory that the guys upstairs have major influence on that.
Besides Roseman or his little bunch of cronies?
No, Roseman and Jeffrey Lurie. There was a couple games I think it was like 2 years ago where they were mad that we ran the ball too much. Honestly, now we saw the same thing with Doug. We're seeing the same thing now. You can't keep doing the same thing. Miles Sanders has talent. People like you from other fan bases can see it, but yet apparently we can't.
Mm-hmm. And one other thing, 42-30, that's not that bad, especially considering the fact that it's Pat Mahomes.
Trust me. They didn't utilize him. They didn't utilize him to his full potential today. They literally just kept running the ball down our throat.
How do you feel as far as the passing game, specifically the connection between Devontae and Jalen?
I like it. They're a good duo, but sometimes Jalen looks at him a little bit too much. But we can get Devontae in a rhythm, then he'll disappear for a little bit. We're a little bit too predictable in my eyes.
And how much do you think that? I assume that you guys are going to be focusing on offensive line come draft time.
Yep.
Because Isaac,
decimated,
fortunately, he's out for quite some time. Y'all starting left guard.
Yep.
Prayers
we're
up for Isaac, fast recovery and all.
4 guys down, man. It's tough.
Absolutely.
Very tough.
You keep doing what you're doing, RB. Always with that next level A-lister analysis. And
thank you, bro.
How about them Cowboys?
Appreciate it. Yeah, I don't need any. How about them Cowboys right now? We need an Eagles fan to give some thoughts, man. Because honestly, I don't know. Now the Eagles are 1-3. I could see us losing the next 2 to 3 games at least. We might be tanking, boys. Might be tanking season. Oh man, let's go to the next caller. Yo, you're live on the show. What's going on?
How do you feel about having CDP 445?
Yeah, you got to get up out of there. My man sounded like a straight robot, and I don't know what that was, but we got the Cowboys trolls coming through. 215-798-7638. I need some thoughts on this game, man. I need somebody to keep me sane. It's rough. Oh, man. Let's go to the next one. Yo, what's going on?
ORB, what up, buddy? Seth.
What's up, Seth?
Nothing much, man. Trying to get over this loss, man.
Yep.
So I have a quick question for you, man. This defense, I know it's JG. I know it's JG, but do you think losing Brandon Graham is as big as a hit as I think it is for this defense?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's our anchor right there. I think that's our tone setter, man. And we just don't. Nobody else is a dog on his defense.
I just feel like they got no heart, RB. Like it's just no fight,
Nope.
no heart, no dog. Like it's just,
Yep.
dude. It's so like I almost feel like I'd rather see a Jim Schwartz type D than what at least they had heart.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. And it's like I feel like every drive down the field, we let them step on us. We don't make adjustments. We don't do anything to throw the opposing quarterback off his game, honestly.
And dude, when you're going up against a guy like Dak Prescott, Mahomes, like we played a couple good quarterbacks, you gotta blitz these guys. You gotta take them off their game. But they will
Exactly.
hit you piece by piece, man. If you don't do that, you don't get some pressure on these guys.
Yeah. I don't understand what happened to I mean, we bring a new guy in and he ends up blitzing less than Jim Schwartz, which is unbelievable. It really is.
Dude, I didn't think it could get any worse than Jim Schwartz until I seen JG's defense the last 2 weeks.
It's unbelievable. And everybody wanted to kind of give this guy a pass in the preseason saying, "Oh, well, he didn't show his cards yet. He didn't show his hands." Well, here are his cards. And why how do you get so much worse from the first 2 games of the season until now? Like this bend don't break philosophy is not going to it's not going to stick. This is the modern day NFL.
Yeah, dude. I mean, when we got these new coaches in here, I didn't want to get overexcited, but I was so excited just to have fresh perspectives,
Yep.
fresh schemes.
Yeah.
I mean, now usually the coaches nowadays like the blitz, the newer coaches.
Yeah.
So it's like I was just so excited to see pressure
Yeah.
and to see our defense and our talent utilized in the correct ways.
Yeah.
But dude, I just feel like he doesn't know the strengths of his players. We're not
agree.
getting pressure.
I agree.
He's done nothing. Like some of our stars have done nothing, dude.
Where's our run defense at? That was supposed to be one of our focal points. It has been for the last 2-3 years. Where are they at?
Dude, it's been bad, man. Like I look at our Super Bowl D, and then I look at the D this year, and dude, it's like night and day.
Right.
We get no run stop.
Right.
We
And
get,
have
you know
some
what I
of the
mean? We
same
were
players.
the top 5 runs. Oh my god, bro, it's crazy, man. I don't even want to go to the offense because I just think Nick Sirianni's play call, man, it's killing me, man. We have a premier running back, dude, Miles Sanders.
Yep.
And dude, this kid Kenny Gainwell is surprisingly is doing great, man.
Yep.
And we're not using these dudes, bro.
We can be
I
a
don't
lethal
understand.
duo. I agree, and I'm glad that you're bringing this up because I'm trying. Like I honestly feel like I'm kind of going crazy here because I keep saying the same thing every week, and it's just like, do other people see this as well? Like we are wasting Miles Sanders.
Oh, dude, I almost like I'm at the point to where the way they've utilized him over his first couple of years, I feel like they just don't want to give him a payday, RB, because if he doesn't accrue 1,000 yards and look like a premier running back that he is, they're not going to have to pay the bull.
Yep. Yeah, I agree.
So I can't really think of any other explanation.
Yeah, we're not paying him anyway, and he's going to end up walking eventually, in my eyes. And I mean, we there's just so many like positions that are just uncertain. Like even the tight end position as well. Like we still got Zach Ertz and Dallas Goedert out here sharing touches. Like it makes no sense.
Yeah, man, it's a vanilla offense, man. Like I don't know, like I don't even know how to say what. Like I don't have a feel for the scheme yet because he's doing different shit every week, dude. He's like
exactly. Like
that he's just passing the ball all the time, but it's just like bubble screens. It ain't nothing crazy, you know what I mean? Like
yeah. And then I feel like he gets way too carried away, and he tries to take 5 steps before he takes 1. And sometimes you just got to calm down. Like Kansas City can go downfield any play they want, but what do? They maintain their offense. They put together a 10-play drive. Like I think this year
I agree.
We knew we weren't as talented. We wanted to see improvement though. We wanted to see the right things being coached and done, and I'm just not seeing it so far.
Yeah, and that's what really got me pissed because this dude Nick talks a great game in preseason and in the press conference. Oh yeah, we're teaching this, we're teaching that. Yep. I'd only bring coaches here that develop talent.
Yep.
Dude, you ain't look like you develop much of anything besides a few wide receivers.
I agree, and honestly, I feel like I still feel like there's a power struggle with this team. I mean, I would love to
Yep.
know how much authority he really has, but I don't know. I feel like I'm watching the same thing I did last year. So I don't know, man.
Dude, and I brought this up. It's funny you said that. I brought this up to my girl. If you watched after that first drive, they had the camera on Jalen Hurts on the sideline. He was sitting there on the phone, on the black phone, not looking over plays, not looking at plays with the wide receiver, with the coach, like he should be doing. He's sitting there on the phone, probably with Jeffrey Lurie and Howie, telling them, listen, we're going to throw the ball the next 80 plays. Be ready.
Yep.
It's
Exactly.
bad, man. It's bad.
Yep. We constantly get away from a balanced attack, and like again, like people that look at the box score after this game will not see it. They're going to see, oh, the Eagles put up 30. It was a good contest. No, like there were so many opportunities, and I feel like we just waste them, man.
Bro, we literally should have had 50 points this game. And
We should have. Yep. And Kansas City's defense, by the way, guys, is absolutely terrible. They stink.
yeah, they're pretty bad, dude.
Yeah.
Pretty bad.
Appreciate the call.
All right,
Seth.
man. Thanks for my call, buddy.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you. It's just disappointing, yo. I mean, like my guy Seth said, like, there's a power struggle here. There's good things to take away that are good for a young team, but I don't know, man. Guess we just we gotta see what happens. But with the Giants winning, how did they win? In overtime? Let's look at some scores here. Mahomes had 5 touchdowns. Wow. By the way, the 2 throws that Jalen missed, man, those could have been touchdowns. The one to Greg Ward and then also to Zach Ertz. He's got to hit those. But, man, the defense, how do you give up 40 points back to back? Like, no situational adjustment, nothing. Let's see. Wow. Washington really won with a touchdown. Unbelievable. Cowboys won. Giants won. Oh, man. Refs were terrible. They took 3 touchdowns away. Well, I mean, the refs definitely did not have their best game, but at the same time, I mean, we still are making bad decisions. We average 11 penalties a game. We can't do that. This is not on the quarterback. The defense is trash. We have no linebackers. Our linebackers make tackles 8 to 9 yards. I agree 100%. When are we going to draft a linebacker? When are we going to get a premier playmaker on this defense? We got to stop. We got to stop with this belief that Eric Wilson and Alex Singleton are going to save the day. They're just not. What happened to our 3rd round pick, Davion Taylor? Any sights of him, maybe other than special teams? I just want to see improvement, man. I want to see improvement, and it's frustrating. It is. The Greg Ward touchdown should have been caught, to be honest, but it was still out of his reach. Like, Jalen has to put it a little bit closer to his hands. Greg Ward, I mean, maybe he should get more playing time. I was happy to see Devontae get back on his connection, though, with Jalen Hurts. What do you guys think about Jalen Hurts and his pocket awareness? What do we think about that? Do we think Jalen holds on to the ball too much sometimes? Do you think he runs out of the pocket a little bit too much? What do we think on that? Let's go to the next caller. Yo, what's going on? You're live.
What's going on, RB? Another fun-filled Eagles Sunday for us to enjoy for 3 hours.
Yep.
Woohoo! Well, you know, what did we know going into this one? We knew that the Eagles had to play pretty much a perfect game and match them score for score.
Yep.
You could basically say that the game was lost on the first drive when Hurts overthrew Ertz
Yep.
on a wide open touchdown pass.
Yep.
You come away with 3 when you should have got 7, and field goals aren't good enough to beat the Chiefs.
Nope.
That's just the bottom line.
Yeah, missed a lot of key opportunities. I agree. Yeah, you can't do that against this Kansas City team. And I liked how we came out with some intensity though. But man, I'm trying to put my finger on it when it comes to Jalen, whether it's just he's just going to be that type of quarterback, where he misses some of those key throws, or if he can overcome that. I don't know. I really don't.
Well, I said coming into the year, look, Jalen Hurts is never going to be Patrick Mahomes, but he's not Mitch Trubisky either. I think they're doing this kid a disservice by not running the ball.
Yep.
There was a play in the fourth quarter where Miles Sanders caught a wheel route and got tackled out of bounds and got up and slammed the football down in frustration.
Yeah.
If I was Miles today, post-game, I would walk into Nick Sirianni's office and say, look, dude, if you're not going to play me, I want out.
Yeah.
I want out. They're not using him at all.
Yep.
You can't give him 6 carries a game and expect him to flourish in this offense. You can't.
I agree 100%. I feel like I'm saying it so I'm blue in the face, but it just doesn't make sense. Like, and it was under Doug Peterson as well. Now it's under Nick Sirianni. I don't get what I mean, my theory is that there must be some shots being called from upstairs. I don't understand, especially week 1. It worked. You gave this guy 15 carries. Why not stick with it? I don't get it.
Well, you hit the nail on the head. The Eagles right now, my analogy is a school play. The script of the school play stays the same. The actors and actresses may change, but the script stays the same. So what has changed here? Okay, you've changed the coaches and the coaching staff. But what's left behind? That would be Lurie and Roseman. Yep. And for anybody that thinks that these guys don't have any input in what's going on here, you're kidding yourself. Can you explain again no Boston Scott and no Jordan Howard again?
Oh, man.
I mean, you're playing J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, but you're not playing Jordan Howard. What does this tell you? It tells me a lot.
Yep.
And that's probably why Peterson wanted out of here.
Yes, I agree 100%. That is why Doug wanted out. He got tired of pretty much this crap. And, you're absolutely right. Where is Boston Scott even on his team anymore? Is he? I don't know. Is he?
Has anybody bothered to find out what the personal reasons were that Lane Johnson couldn't play today? Is he just a veteran that's saying this is bullshit? I mean, I don't like what I'm seeing and I'm opting out. Like, I'm done with this crap. I mean, there's some stuff going on. How long is it going to be before some of these grizzled veterans know that this coaching staff is fraudulent and we're going to get killed here? So we want out too.
Exactly. And at that point you risk a lot, not just for this year, but for next year, the year after. But I think they can already see through it, in my opinion. Like, Nick loves to pump his chest out and do all this, but at the end of the day, we're not showing up. And if you have a couple more losses like these, like maybe 2-3 more losses, you're right. Like, when does everybody start to turn and say, like, what are we going to do? What are we going to do?
Right. Well, I think Nick needs one more pen to put in his hat on the sideline. It makes him look very intelligent with the highlighters rocking there. But
yeah, he got fired.
I mean, this is that call was ridiculous.
Yeah,
I mean, yes, by the letter of the law, it's a penalty, but come on. I mean, but that being said, the key play to me in this game, I think it was in the second quarter. They had Kansas City in a third, and I think it was 11 in their own end of the field. And you allow Mahomes not only to pick up the first down, but to do it on a scramble.
Yes.
That's when this defense can't stop a nosebleed. Yep. And again, we can argue scheme, we can argue coaches, etc. Let me ask you this, RB. Other than Javon Hargrave, if you're a contending NFL team, who on that defense would you want to bring to your own team that's worth a damn? Nobody.
I mean, I would love to bring Fletch, but I don't know where he's at. I would love to bring Slay.
I think he's shot. I think he's shot worn. I mean, I think he's done. Darius Slay, same thing.
But
And by the way, for all those that were pumping their chest about Steven Nelson, he didn't look too good today.
Let me ask you though, Sean. Like, don't you think that Fletcher Cox could benefit a little bit from a dang blitz? I mean, we don't blitz. We don't blitz.
No, that's true. That's true.
Like,
I said that on another show. That's fine.
Let me just ask you this, like, and for the chat as well, like, I feel like every time the Eagles line up on defense, like, I know what they're doing. I don't see any, like, delayed blitzes or anything. Nothing to throw this team off.
Right. But, I think you could dig Jim Johnson out of the grave, prop him up on the sideline. The NFL, like they've said, it's not about X's and O's, it's about Jimmys and Joes.
Yeah.
And if you don't have the talent, you're not going to win. Yeah. Here's another thing. If you know your defense is flawed, the best way to beat the Chiefs, even if you have a good defense, is to play keep away with your offense. Mm-hmm. Well, how do you do that? You do that by running the ball, working the clock, running it down to you absolutely have to snap it. And I just see Miles Sanders like not being used. I mean, if you're not going to use him, trade him for something to help you defensively. I mean, can you imagine Miles Sanders on the Los Angeles Rams? Oh my God.
I could.
Just pencil him in the Super Bowl right now.
I could. And it's gotten so bad that people, again, keep forgetting how good he is. Like, the guy has had 1,000 all-purpose yards in his first 2 years. Last year, he was significantly underutilized. Imagine what he could be if you actually gave him 15 to 18 carries a game. And this is a guy we drafted in the second round. It's not like some dude we got at the end of the draft. Like, I'm tired of it. I really am. It's the same thing all over again, and our offense suffers from it. And last week
I'll settle for giving him the. I'll settle for giving him the ball first and goal at the 4-yard line. How about that? Yeah. Why is that always an automatic passing down for the Philadelphia Eagles? Can we just line up and run somebody north and south and win a physical battle at the line of scrimmage? Why do we always have to trick our opponent?
Yep.
Why?
Yep. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's going to be another long year of Eagles football. I think the shine has come off the apple from the Atlanta game, and you're seeing this team for what they are, which is a last-place team in another garbage division.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because I really do feel like the Niners game, and even this game, I felt like we had key opportunities, but like you said, we just outsmart ourselves way too much.
Yeah, I mean, you can't shoot yourself in the foot against Kansas City. I mean, again, I don't care who you're playing. When you have them 3rd and 15 in your own stadium, get off the field. Yep. Get in the way and make a play and make them punt.
We see this too much.
I mean, it's embarrassing.
Soft coverages. I'm tired of it, man. But
soft coverages and the inability to stop the run. I mean, let's not forget that Clyde Edwards-Helaire had over 100 yards rushing today.
Yep. Against an Andy Reid team. Crazy.
Right.
But appreciate the call, Sean. Great insight as always. And who knows? Guess we'll just have to hope and see that things get better.
Hey, Sixers preseason starts for you on Tuesday, and I got to digress 1 second. I'm real disappointed they didn't give you the job replacing Mark Zumoff. I think there needs to be an investigation. Hey, Kate Scott, who? What's going on here?
We'll keep on pumping out these play-by-plays. Maybe, one day we'll see.
You may have to bribe somebody. I think I would go that route. Reach into the wallet and come up with a couple hundreds, and that might help your cause.
I'll try to dig around a little bit.
There you go. I'll talk to you later, my friend.
Appreciate it, Sean. Have a good one. Unfortunate, man. And shout out to Sean for bringing up the Sixers too. Like, we will be covering the Sixers all week. I can't wait to do the play-by-play. I don't think the game's on TV tomorrow, which is unfortunate, but we'll see. Shout out to Rick Bennett, great channel member with the $2 super chat. Thank you so much. Just forgot the Giants 1-2. it just gets worse and worse. We'll probably get off here in a few minutes, but I want to know from you, everybody that's still in the chat. First off, hit that like button. Appreciate you guys being in here. I want to know from you right now in the chat. We'll read some off. If there's one thing so far you are most disappointed in when it comes to this team, what is it? For every, not just today, but like in general, up to week 4 of the season, we're almost a quarter of the way through. What is one thing that you want to see better, or that you're disappointed in, or just something that you want to see improved? Maybe something that you expected to be good and it's not. Let me know. I can't believe the Giants won. They're probably having a parade right now. They probably are having a parade. Colts finally won a game. It just, everything worked out bad for the Eagles today. Falcons really stink. Yo, the Bills won 40-0. Dang. Now we're playing Carolina next week. They're coming off a loss, but they put up 28 against Dallas. So we'll see, man. Unbearable defense, defensive line. Very tough. Very, very tough. But yeah, man, that's pretty much all I have to say about this game. Once again, pain. I guess we can't really expect much more, right? But I just hope, even if we don't win games in the next 4 weeks, I just hope we see some improvements. Like, first and foremost, you have to get this team under control, You have to sit these guys down, talk to them like men, and you just literally have to come out here and say, like, we got to cut this out. We can't keep getting these terrible penalties and just shooting ourselves in the foot. Once you do that, you'll be a much better team already. But we'll see, man. No heart, coaching. Sheesh. Emmanuel, thank you for the super chat, man. How about them Cowboys? Wow. I'll give the Cowboys credit, man. I didn't watch the game, obviously, but, they're putting up the points. They're doing their thing. So they probably have this division in the bag, no doubt. I don't see any other team really competing for the division title this season. Thank you for the super chat. Rick says, so far the Eagles are what I thought they would be. Sixers Inspector, what's up, bro? We'll be pumping out that Sixers coverage this week, no doubt. No doubt, no doubt. Q says, team sucks. Coaches need to be fired. Woo! Coming at it week 4 with you. But, hey, we just got to hope for improvement. The problem is we got Carolina. We have Tampa Bay. Who do we have after that? The Raiders. Then the Lions. The Chargers, who aren't any slack. The Broncos. The Saints. We will see. We will see. But with that being said, shout out to BetQL for sponsoring this content. The only app you'll need to beat your sports book today. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Go click the link down in the description. Use promo code RB, 25% off of any subscription offering. Be sure to check out the special BetMGM offer if you're in an eligible state to win $200 in free bets no matter whether your wager wins or not. All the information down below. With that being said, appreciate you guys. Hope you have a great rest of your Sunday and weekend. And I will catch y'all on the next one, man. Peace.